motivational stories, short stories, storytelling. Pratib always tell us that storytelling is important. From stories we get the motivation, but how we can get the motivation from the stories, guys? So hello guys, welcome back in my channel in this brand new video, guys. This video is gonna be very important for all of the beginner, advanced, and also anyone who learn the English language anyhow. Because guys, today I will tell you how I motivate myself, or how I get the motivation from the short, small stories. Yes, guys, you listen right. I will tell you A to Z how, and I am gonna do it practically with you. Yes, guys. In the video, I will tell you three very short stories, but I guarantee that those three stories will fill yourself with motivation, with confidence, and you also are gonna listen the stories. That's why your speaking also will develop. You will learn a number of new words. So guys, that's why without wasting any time, I will say it again that listen English, read English, write English, but speak English with Prateep Burman. That's why guys, subscribe our channel, hit the bell icon, like this video. A number of people are watching our video daily, but they are not subscribing. Why guys? Why? Subscribe. It is free, guys. Subscribe and like, and let me know in the comment section what is your feeling in the end of the video. So guys, let's go. My first story's name is The Ant and the Grasshopper. Yes guys, The Ant and the Grasshopper. So let's start the story. That once an ant and a grasshopper lived in a land. It was the summer. That's why the whole land was sunshine. And there was enough food for anyone. The grasshopper, he was wild with joy. He sang, he danced in the sun. Means in joy, the grasshopper totally forgot about the winter. But the ant was opposite of the grasshopper. They were happy, but they didn't forget about the winter. Every day they stored foods for the winter. And then after a long time the summer ended, and then the cold days came. Everywhere there was not a single insect also. When the cold days came, then the ants had enough food for to store in the storehouse, but the foolish grasshopper had nothing to eat also. He started to starving in the winter, means in the cold. And then after a long time he went to the ant's house, and he called out the ants. He said to the ant that, please aunt, kindly give me some food, or otherwise if you won't give me anything, then I will die by hunger and coldness. And then the ant said very angrily that, what did you do in the summer? And then the grasshopper replied that, I sang and I danced in the summer. That's why I can't store any food for the winter, and now I am feeling so bad. Then in that moment, with a smile, the ant replied it to the grasshopper that, if you can forget about the winter after the summer, then you can forget about your hunger in the winter. Now go and sing and dance in the winter also. We are not gonna share anything with you. And then the ant closed their door, and the grasshopper died by the hunger. This story is it. And this story gives us a very important moral. This moral is, we should save for our bad days. Yes guys, we should save for our bad days. If life can give you good days, beautiful days, then he or the life can give you the worst and the bad days also. But guys, we have to be prepared for any kind of a day. Excitement. Don't be very excited like the grasshopper. Always be normal and do your work. Focus on your work. otherwise it will not come to you. So my third story also like the first one, but it is a very famous story. The story's name is Two Friends and a Bear. Yes guys, Two Friends and a Bear. I know that a number of people already know about the story. But guys, listen the story very carefully and it gonna teach you a number of things. So once upon a time there were two very best friends, Tom and John. Yes, guys, Tom and John. And one day they were walking through a dense forest for to go to their destination. And then, after walking a long time, John suddenly asked to Tom that, "Hey Tom, what if a wild beast attacks us, then what we will do? This whole forest is filled with the wild beasts." And then Tom said to John that, "My friend, don't worry a moment also. If anyone attacks us, then I will stand for you and we will fight together and save ourselves from the beast." And then Tom also was very happy after listening this thing. But suddenly, when they went in the middle of the dense forest, then they saw a wild beast bear just running to them. And then they were so afraid what they will do. But suddenly John saw that his friend Tom got up in the highest part of a tree. But the matter was John don't know, means John did not know how to climb a tree. Now what he will do? He didn't have any way to escape of the beast. He was helpless in that moment because his friend went up in the tree but he was down and the bear was coming to him. Then suddenly John took a plan and he lay down in the ground like a dead body. And then when the bear went there, the bear smelled John's nose, ears, eyes, and then the bear went away. And after the bear went away, Tom climbed down and he asked his friends that, "Hey John, what the bear whisper in your ear?" And then John replied with a smile that, "My friend, the bear said to me that not to trust a friend who leaves his friend in the difficulty." And then John just broke their friendship in a movement. And this story is in. I think that I don't have to explain and also explain deeply the moral of the story. It is clear. So always guys remember this thing. Don't believe a person who leaves you in your difficulty. And I know that it will be a very important thing. That's why guys, fight alone for your life. Otherwise it will not come. And this story will give you a number of things if you just think it deeply. And now the next and the last story of the video is also very beautiful story, and this story also one of a famous story, The Honest Woodcutter. Yes guys, The Honest Woodcutter. So let's start the story without any wasting time. Once upon a time there was a woodcutter with an iron axe. He was cutting the woods in a forest near a pond. And then while he was cutting and cutting, the axe in his hand went in the water of the pond. And then he was very upset. He sat down near the pond and he started crying and crying. And after a while, a water god appeared and asked that why you were crying here. And then the woodcutter replied, "My iron axe drowned into the water, and it was the only axe that I had." And then the water god jumped into the water and came out with a golden axe. Then she asked to the woodcutter that is it your ex? And then the woodcutter replied that no, it is not my ex. I only had a normal iron axe. After saying that, the go means the water god again. She jumped into the water and came out with a silver beautiful axe. After watching it, the woodcutter said again that no, it is not my axe. And in the last, the god of the water went in the water and came out with the normal iron axe of the woodcutter. And then the woodcutter just jumped with joy and took the axe from the water god. The water god was very pleased after watching the honesty of the woodcutter, and she rewarded him with the iron axe, with the golden axe, and also with the silver axe. And with all of the eggs, the woodcutter went to his home. The story is in here, but the learning things isn't it. You can learn a very big and also everything from the story. And the main moral of the story is honesty is the best policy. So guys, this video is in here, and I am gonna say again that write English, read English, but speak English with Prathip Burman. And I am gonna end this video. Please subscribe if you learned something from the stories, and let me know in the comment section that what you learned from 3 stories that I told you. So now guys, bye bye. I will meet you in the next video.